Hey there everyone, welcome back to another review. I'm Robbie.
I'm Jye.
And Annihilation has just hit, not the big screen, hit the Netflix screen.
The lesser of two screens.
So we've seen it and here are our thoughts.
Can you describe its form?
No.
Start from the beginning.
Your husband's here.
Let me see him.
He's extremely ill.
You have to tell me where he was, what he was doing.
It was his decision to go in. It's something they termed the shimmer.
Annihilation was directed by Alex Garland and it stars Natalie Portman, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Oscar Isaac, Tessa Thompson, and Gina Rodriguez.
Yeah, so this strange movie is about an ecosystem disaster kind of thing.
It's like this new phenomenon that kind of like appears out of nowhere.
And it's spreading, and Natalie Portman and a group of others venture into it.
Yeah, like a group of scientists, aren't they?
To discover, to find out what's going on, and yeah.
Yeah, and you find like there's 5 women who go in,
Mm-hmm.
and they each have a different skill. So she's like the biologist of the group.
Yeah.
So she's the one who goes in and she's the one studying like the flora and fauna and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to expect with this film because I've seen the trailer and it looked like it piqued my interest.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never seen Ex Machina, Alex Garland's previous film, so I couldn't really have any hype for the film just based on him directing it, even though I heard praise about his style.
Right.
But it seemed like I would enjoy it, but I wasn't sure on what level. I thought it might be a bit too weird.
Right.
And it does get weird.
Yeah, it does.
It does get weird. We will keep this very spoiler-free, by the way, because there's a lot of revelations, so we're going to really just skim over the basics of the plot.
With that in mind, there's not a whole lot we can talk about when you actually get into the guts of the story.
Yes.
So we're going to be pretty vague.
So we might just do a bit of a spoiler section at the end, and we'll give you a warning when we do that.
Right. So, okay, first up, I'm just going to say Natalie Portman was great in this.
Yes, she's always great.
She was really good.
She was really, really great. Jennifer Jason Leigh. She was.
Everyone was pretty good.
They were all very
Everyone
good.
was pretty good in this.
Tessa Thompson was fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that the only, not that she was a weak link, but the one who I thought was the least great out of all of them would be, I can never remember, I don't know the actress' name, the blonde one. Tuva Novotny, I think her name is.
Right.
Again, she was very, very good, but she was the one who I was least interested in. Maybe it's just her character development or something.
Right.
So,
going into this, I stayed away from the trailers,
Yeah.
and I stayed away from any bit of marketing material.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into this fresh. So every time something happened, I was just on the edge of my seat. Like even the build up.
yeah.
The
The build-up is really good.
Completely
It's suspenseful.
Yeah.
Without it being like massive, tense sequences, just the anticipation of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's really there.
And the film is set up in a way where you don't know what is going on for a lot of it. So there are points that happen where we're finding out things as the characters find out things.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah, definitely. So we live in Australia. So we didn't get to see this on the big screen. The big screen release got annihilated in Australia, which really sucks. Because after seeing the movie, this was a big screen film, and it should have been seen on the big screen. And I'm really, really pissed that we didn't get to see it.
Yeah, this would have been gorgeous to watch on a cinema screen, and instead we got to watch it on our Netflix screens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky enough that I have a home cinema set up. But for anyone else who, like other people who just have just a regular TV speaker, I'm like,
I was reading that people were watching this on their laptops, like because that's how they watch Netflix, and it's like, wow, that's really doing the film a disservice, I think.
No. No film should be watching a laptop or iPad or whatever.
Yeah, this one really would have been nice on the big screen. Unfortunately, thanks to Paramount who chickened out on
thanks for the Paramount.
on the distribution, we didn't get to see it. However, the film was great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's so good.
Really fantastic. I will say it's fantastic. Again, no spoilers until the last 15 minutes. Not that I didn't like the last 15 minutes, that they were good, but I thought it was a bit too try hard.
Okay, I still enjoyed the ending. However, I am in agreement that it felt underwhelming compared to the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
So not that the film really felt like it was leading it to any specific point.
No, I was just expecting something else. I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard. If you've seen the film, you know exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah, and we will talk about it in a few minutes when we get to spoilers. So there's another scene I want to talk about that I'm sure you want to talk about too. That we've been.
Mm-hmm.
There's one scene that, oh boy,
it sticks with you.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this film is not gonna be for everyone.
Definitely not.
It's heavy in the science fiction stuff. So if you like science fiction, I think you will like it. On what level? It's going to be down to personal preference.
Yeah.
But you will enjoy it.
It's not an action-packed science fiction. It's not.
No, sorry. There is action in it, but it's not reliant on the action.
Mm-hmm.
It's just whenever it really needs to happen. I think there's maybe 2 action scenes the entire time.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even call them action scenes. They're just more fast-paced.
Very suspenseful kind of stuff, yeah.
I mean, yes, there's guns and stuff, so I guess if you have a gun shootout, it's deemed as an action scene, but it's not really that. And again, and it's not a full-on horror either, yet there are horror elements in it.
Yeah, there are horrifying elements to it.
Yeah, there is one scene that it haunts you, and but it's kind of like a mix between science fiction, drama, a little bit of action, a little bit of horror. It's like this weird blend of the 4 things put together.
Yeah, even fantasy.
Yeah.
There's not much else we can say about it without delving into it.
All I'll say is like it's beautifully realised.
Yeah.
Alex Garland is definitely a director with a very clear vision, and it's very, very obvious here.
Yeah.
And he does not shy away from just going for it, which I really like.
I will say that neither of us have read the book. So
I can't say how much.
So
how
depending on the quality of the books, we can't comment on if it's close, if it's not close.
Yeah.
But judging the film alone, excellent.
Yeah, definitely. Let's give our star ratings now. That way, people who want to skip the spoiler bit, they can. So, for the entire time, up until the last 15 minutes, I was giving this a 4.5.
Right.
The last bit just takes in just a little bit too much. So I'm giving it a very, very high 4 stars.
I'm going 4 stars as well. This was great.
Yeah. So, okay, so spoilers now. So, warning if you haven't seen Annihilation, just go watch it on Netflix and come back in 2 hours.
Yeah. Skull Bear!
Yeah, that thing.
That's the creepiest thing I've seen on screen for a long time.
It's terrifying.
The noise, that whole scene where they're tied to the chairs and the bear comes in mimicking the dying sounds of their fallen friend.
Yeah.
That is creepy. That is so creepy.
And you watched it on your own, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched it on my own at like midnight. It was creeping me out.
I was watching at midnight as well, but I think we had Mum next thing. I was like, oh, you got my hand.
It was creepy as hell.
Yeah, no. The first time you see it, when it's briefly see it, when it first attacks Cass outside the compound.
Yep.
That was a really suspenseful scene, and that's something that I think Alex Garland does very well. Is that he knows, like, he doesn't rely on jump scares.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God, because that's just a cheap way of getting any kind of horror thrills. He builds up real suspense in this, and he does that by playing with sound effects. So you know that there's something there. You don't know what it is, but it's just around the corner, or it's just beyond the reach of the light.
Yeah. Which
is terrifying, knowing it's like it's right there and you can't see the damn thing.
It's like in the scene with the crocodile, like this exact same thing.
And you see it again pulled in the
It's hidden for most of the initial attack, and then you see it at the end.
Definitely. But so that the first time you see the bear, I swore it looked like a normal bear, like it didn't have the whole messed up face.
I thought it was as well. I don't recall seeing.
No.
However, it was so quick. It might have been. But
and then when you see it later on, I was like, oh, okay, wow, it actually looks like that. And then I went online and I looked into it, and I was right. It didn't look like that the first time. Mm-hmm. So what's happened is when it attacked Cass, because of the effect of the shimmer, her DNA and the bear's DNA has fused together.
Right.
And so that growth, that mutation you see on the bear's face, was like a human skull that is forming on the bear's face. Okay. It's the DNA of Cass fusing with the bear, and so when it's screaming, that's actually Cass's voice coming out of the bear. which is disturbing as all hell.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes it worse.
It really does make it worse.
So the end of the film that we didn't quite grab onto was the whole mimic bit in the lighthouse.
Yeah. It was alright.
I thought it was fine. I just wanted something else.
I thought there was a couple of things that weren't quite explained the way I would have liked them to be. Not fully, spell it out for me, but a bit more explanation. Like, well, what happened to Josie, Tessa Thompson's character? She became a tree, but like, why did she become a tree? They don't.
Yeah, like the plants started growing out of her, and then all of a sudden she became one of those people in the field. Yeah, I mean, they do kind of explain it that, in the previous scene that the plant DNA and the human DNA is becoming one, and so that's. But why did it happen to her, and not like did she touch something? I think they said they kind of go into that when they say the thing like for Natalie Portman, for example, like it wanted me to come out, like it wanted, and then like so it's just what they wanted kind of thing.
Right.
However, I'm sure Cass didn't want to be ripped open by a bear.
Exactly.
And like I don't know.
Yeah. That was a tense scene as well. Nothing like the other two scenes, but when Natalie Portman goes to find the body.
Yeah.
Just on her own, I was like.
That's the thing, that the suspenseful scenes...
What are you doing? Don't go!
The suspenseful scenes come from little moments as well. Like, even when they find what the male group was using as their outpost, their little station, that was creepy when they were searching that, and then they find the body, like, that was, like, mutated up the wall.
Yeah, that was... And then they find the recording, and there's, like, something moving inside them.
Yeah.
It's little things that add up to make it a really, really unique experience.
Yeah.
But, like, going back to the ending, Like, what happened to Jennifer Jason Leigh? She just started just spewing out stuff.
Yeah.
Gold stuff. That's what I mean, yeah. The last 15 minutes are a bit...
yeah.
They lost it a bit.
That's the exact... It's not as really... I mean, I don't know if the book explains what's happening more. As for the mimic thing itself, that thing is creepy.
It's creepy, yeah. It was kind of like, I don't really care.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I was like, I cared about everything leading up until this. That being said, that really doesn't. The fact that we still give this 4 stars, like
that shows how strong the first hour 50 was.
I don't think that it kind of completely ruins the film. It does detract a bit from the ending.
The film at all does not crash because of the ending. It's not that kind of ending where it just undoes everything the film did previously. It just brings it down a notch for me.
Yeah.
And then like the ending is like the very last shot is very ambiguous.
Yeah.
When you see Oscar Isaac and Natalie Portman hugging,
mm-hmm.
and we already know at that point that Oscar Isaac isn't Oscar Isaac.
And so does she. She knows as well.
But then her eyes change. I'm like, oh, so. But then we clearly saw the mimic die.
Yeah.
Like that was clear the mimic that exploded.
Yeah, that's what we couldn't work out. Like, so we were always with Natalie Portman, like the original Natalie Portman character. We never left her during her journey.
Mm.
Well, towards the end at the lighthouse, anyway, we didn't leave her. So, like we were discussing.
Yeah, the camera stayed with her, and it's clearly her setting it up, and it's clearly the mimic.
We don't know if she was being mutated, like her DNA was being mutated, or what was going on. But
maybe when it was pressing it on her, it was fusing with her or something.
We might have just missed something completely obvious, and we're just idiots. But
if we did miss something, comment below, and
yeah, let us know. Let us know what you thought of the ending if you'd seen it.
Definitely. But that's pretty much the film as a whole.
Yeah, it's really good.
Definitely good.
I don't know what direction the sequel books take it, but if they want to make another movie, then sure, I'm on board.
And release them on the big screen for God's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 4 stars each.
Yep.
Something's come through the fence.
Through the fence?
We have to go back.
I can't go back.
We can camp here tonight. It's destroying everything.
It's not destroying. It's making something new.
Alright guys, that was our review of the Netflix film, Annihilation. Let us know what you thought of this weird and crazy film. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let us know. What did you think of the ending? What happened there?
Yeah.
Let us know.
What happened there?
Please let us know. Until next time, we'll see you at the movies.